Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. The Demon Deacons will put toe together and will get started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the UCLA Bruins offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that take back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Massey. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's long. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bruins are rolling down the field. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's long. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He makes the catch. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Bruins have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback making adjustments. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed in the middle. It's Massey. That completion takes and they are ready to strike. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just keeps swinging it. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, UCLA.
How about the start from this offense. What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Wake Forest's offense has the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Handoff from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Murray. Shoots it to the left. And his throw is incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. All wideouts, no backs. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Messi. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Finds a little space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the move. This Jr. making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Catch in the middle, it's Massey. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Bruins are on the move. Give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. He wants to change this route. They'll go to the air on second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Pitts. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Bruins want to move quickly. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First and goal for the offense.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Touchdown, Bruins! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State is getting dominated today. And, friends, the folks in Pullman deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunking. They're trailing by 17 to Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know that.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Rides the back on the option to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Murray. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback may change this route. He'll start this drive firing. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. There's still the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. It's caught. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. The offense will its first timeout of the half.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to throw it again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught downfield. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wants to throw on first down. Turns it loose. Got a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
It's another first down for the offense. Okay, ready? Okay, ready?
Now from inside the red zone. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Touchdown, UCLA! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Dropping back, it's Murray. He's got him. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Demon Deacons racing to the line in the hurry-up. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Massey. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and that better job forcing a turnover.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He might want another play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He lets one fly deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. The Bruins will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for it.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap and a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to be in the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
The Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Murray. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. It's complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Quarterback empties his backfield. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Still running at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Bruins headed quickly to the line.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Pitt is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. They've got to be loving this in the Steel City. They're up by 21 over Iowa. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun. Give on the inside. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now on second down, they'll go to the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Murray. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And wings it incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Marks. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. The 40. The 20. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Jalen Deeks.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
They'll run the toss. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might be changing the route. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Running back searching for a hole. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. Running into the open space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's open on the right. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. To the air, it's Murray. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.